What's up, friends? I hope that you all are doing well. I hope that you all can hear me okay. I'm doing another car vlog, and I know that sometimes when I do these, the audio gets kind of wonky because I'm driving and there's some feedback, but I just kind of wanted to make like a quick video talking about some social attitudes around necromancy or around LHP or around working with the dead or around the unknown or around the void. Fill in the blank. So, something that is heavy on my spirit and heavy on my heart today that I feel called to speak on and speak about is, as you know, recently I was requested and invited to go on a spirit adventure at the Whisper Estate. And I decided to go and I agreed. And I figured it would be good for us to have a certain amount of people to go with. So on my personal Facebook page, I reached out to my friends and colleagues that here's what I'm doing, here's the plan, who's interested. And I had such a large response of people saying that they would like to go to something like this, which is super awesome. I mean, I wasn't expecting to get, that many people engaging on that post, and I definitely wasn't expecting that many people to want to go. Now, the thing about it is, a lot of these people, they want to go and they want to see the spooky and they want to hear about the history and they want to see the space. But I feel like some of these people I saw on this post who I know, and I know personally, not just digitally, but I know personally, I know for a fact they are not about that witch shit. I know they're not. I know that they are wanting to go, and it's almost like they want to go and see like a haunted house, and they want to be scared, and they want to be spooked, and they want to be terrified. But they probably already would be terrified just from walking on the front porch alone, not to mention going into some of the spaces in this house where activity is reported to be the most high, not to mention trying to communicate with not the mortal spirits that are in this home, but the entities that have been attracted to this home. They're not going to do that. They are not going to do that. They are not going to do any of the ritual games that we have planned. They are not going to do that. They are not going to invoke the dead. They are not going to do that. They are not going to conjure other spirits to this house. They are not going to do that. They are not going to conquer any spirits. They're not going to do that. They're not going to communicate with any spirits. They're not going to do that either. I don't think that they realize why we're going necessarily. I think that some of them just think it's a fun time and they're gonna dress up like a little goth and adorn all their black, and they're gonna go and, oh my gosh, they're gonna witness ghosts. I think that's what they think. Some of them, I think that they think they're just gonna put on a conical hat and be a witch for a night. No, that's not what I'm interested in. That's not who I'm interested in bringing. There are plenty of people on there who I think would be wonderful, and I apologize if I'm coming off as sounding like condescending, mean, or narcissistic, or higher than thou, or holier than thou. I just feel like from being on social media, from working at a metaphysical store, from running a coven, from teaching classes, I get really irritated. As someone who walks the left-hand path, I get really, really irritated when I meet people who claim to be on a similar path. And there's nothing wrong if that's not your jam. Like, if you straight up are like, that's kind of out of my comfort zone, I have no problem with that. Let me make that clear, okay? I have no problem with people having boundaries, and I have no problem with people having clear and defined comfort zones and knowing what they're willing to engage in the physical, the digital, and the astral. I have no issue with that. Let me give that disclaimer, okay? And how you practice is how you practice. But what I'm saying is, some of these people want to act all big and bad and tough, and they want to dress up like this, black, dripping in black satin leather and invoking the dead and use the title of warlock and necromancer. But they're really not about that life. They're not. And it's very much an aesthetic, or it's very much an outfit for them. It's an outfit. It's something that they adorn. It's something that they put on. This is my life. This is my life. So for me, it's so irritating because this is my life. This is what I do. This is my spirituality. This is what I take seriously. And there's nothing wrong with that love and light shit. I enjoy that too, but this is where my spirit is called to walk. And if you are gonna act like you're gonna walk this path with me, then walk it with me. Or don't. Don't walk it with me. But be upfront about it. Be genuine about it. Be authentic in your spirituality. It doesn't impress anybody. It doesn't impress me. It doesn't impress anybody else. It doesn't impress the spirits or the gods for you to be falsified in your spirit. There's a lot of these young bloods, a lot of these witches who, are into the dark goddess, want to work with the Morrigan, want to work with the goddess of battle, prophecy, war, death, Hecate, queen of the witches of the crossroads, Kali Ma, the destroyer of demons, Sekhmet, Hell, Nyx, so on and so forth. A lot of these young bloods are really attracted to this dark goddess energy, these dark goddess archetypes. Nothing wrong with that. But know that the more you follow the priesthood of these goddesses, the more you are going to walk a left path. And if you are not comfortable walking a left path, don't act like you are. And don't sit up here and talk to me about stuff that you have no clue what you are talking about. Don't joke about working with demons or being interested in demonology if you're not willing to go into hell in the physical, the digital, and the astral. Don't joke about our Dark Lord and Hail Satan when you've never picked up a satanic Bible. Don't joke about Lucifer when you know nothing about Luciferianism. Don't sit up here and talk to me about this left-hand stuff when really for you, it's a trend and it's a phase and it's a costume. And I want you to know that I can see right through it, babe. And it doesn't impress me. It doesn't impress me at all. And I think that it's offensive, and I think that it's sick. I think that it's very sick. And I think that there is something wrong with your spirit, and there is something off with your spirit, because clearly that's a trauma response where you are trying to, like a bird of paradise, show all these big, dramatic, crazy colors to ward off predators and intruders. And you're doing this with spirituality, and that's what's sick and that's what's sad about it. So I see right through it, and I know that you're not truly on a left path. I know that you're not truly working with the dead and the damned. I know that you are attempting to appear to the untrained eye. You are attempting to appear that you are, because you've been hurt and because this is something that you feel like can protect you from harm. It's not going to. If anything, you could be attracting more. So, as a Libra, one side of my scales is pissed and disgusted. The other side of my scales feels pity and feels bad and recognizes the trauma the clear trauma of some of these people and how they are acting. But then the other side of my scales feels like they're making a complete mockery of these practices and a complete mockery of these belief systems. So anyway, I apologize that this has just been a complete rant. And yeah, this probably, I don't know, this might stay on Patreon. I don't know. I feel like on Patreon I can just be a little bit more open about what I say and about some of my opinions, because on YouTube shit just gets wild sometimes. But I just kind of needed a vent, because this is not something new for me, and this is something that I've experienced with people over the years, but especially right now, as you know, I've been doing a lot of this necromantic work and necromantic content, and I've been preparing for this trip to go to Whispers, and so I've had people engaging in this, and so I've just had a higher quantity of the fuck shit that I have in the past. So anyway, yeah, thank you guys just for listening to this witch bitch just rant, and yeah, blessed be.